Hello everybody, this is Bee from Koala Crafts. I have a project share promo video response to Archie's mixed media flower challenge. It's her channel is called What Are Memories, and it's Archie. I'll have a link below to show you her challenge that she's doing at the moment. So I'm participating, and I made a mixed media flower for her. I've made a few, but this is the one that I'm going to enter. She wanted lots of layers, so Archie, you got lots of layers. I have a total, there's 16 layers of stuff, and then of course the topper, if you want to call the topper a layer, it's 17 layers altogether. And I'm just going to try to hold it up to the camera this way. I have a really horrible camera, so I hope that we can see this. So let me start by telling you what the layers are. I have made two layers of shells, pink shells on the bottom of this, and I also made you a doily. Oh, I quickly did that doily. Where are my scissors? I've got to trim that little piece off. I'll trim it off. Anyway, so I made a doily, a little square doily, so you could stick it on the bottom if you want to put it on your desk, or just so you have a smooth surface. So we have two layers of shells with them on top of each other, and then of course pearls running around the edge. Then we have a really thin layer of netting trim underneath here. Then we have an ivory coloured eyelet trim. And by the way, I've done layers of ivory, pink and white. Ivory, pink and white. So then we have a pink, and then a really beautiful, sort of like an eyelet trim, but it has like an embroidery on the eyelet trim all the way around. Then we have a layer of doily trim. It's really pretty. Then we have a layer of purple with paper doily. That's a paper doily going around there, and I've stuck a piece where the bow, it's like I made it into a bow. And then we go to pink again, and then there's, it's kind of stuck under the feathers there. Then there's a white, another white with these little rosettes on them, little pink and green rosettes. And then of course we have the layer of feathers, and then we have a layer of ribbon, and then we have another flower that goes on top, which has four layers of there's whites and pinks, and different pinks and whites, and then of course the top. And I counted them all, and with including the topper we have 17 layers. I made the topper. I love making flowers and little doodads out of shells because I live in Florida, so I do collect shells on the beach with my daughter, and we like to sit together and make flowers, and we glitter them, and we make earrings, and we make all types of things with our shells. And the topper just has a bunch of small little shells. I've put like some silver trim and lots of little small shells, really pretty shells. And then I also have a little flower there with a little pink center. I'm sort of trying to look at my screen to see if you can see that. Okay. Again, my camera is horrible. So while I'm here, I'm going to show you also, because I do make toppers out of shells, and I do think they look kind of shabby chic. I'm going to show you some that I sat here and made because I didn't know which topper I wanted to use for this project. I thought about this one that I made. This is like those pearlish type shells, very iridescent. I added some lace and then a big pink pearl on the top. And that was going to be the topper, and it was going to look like that, but it would have looked like a huge big cupcake. I mean, a little flatter. It was already looking huge with all the layers, so I thought maybe that's too much, but it kind of looked like a cupcake when I had that topper, put it on top. But I decided against it and went with the little flat one that I had put together. So here's another one that I made out of the pink shells as well. I kind of made a rose. So I just layered the shells, and then of course I sprayed it with an acrylic glitter spray, and there was a pearl in the center. There's another one that I made. And then another one made out of the iridescent, made it into a rose. So that's a great idea if you have any shells. They're really easy to put together a flower with them, and you know they are very shabby chic and look beautiful on shabby chic projects. You know, but I live in Florida, so I'm blessed to have a lot of shells. Here's another one that I made where I did the twine on the back, a twine flower, and then put 4 of these kind of like conch shells, and then a little shell on the top with a sort of like almost like a champagne color, maybe a deeper color, champagne color than pearl in the center. And so here's another one that I made. These are actually called auger shells. I have a lot of them. I keep a lot of these because I make a lot of flowers out of augers. So when I'm at the beach, we're just like scanning for. We go to Sanibel Island to get these shells. Here's another one that I did. It's kind of like a twine flower or a half flower, and then I've just got the twine hanging at the bottom, and I've just put the auger shells, and then there's a starfish going across it, and then of course one of those iridescent shells and a pearl in the center. And I think I showed you that one. And here's another one, kind of like these little small conch shells that you know, and I put pearls all the way around. So I make a lot of, I'll get them out of the way. Now, Archie, I did make another mixed media flower for you, and I then went back and looked at some of your videos, and I know that you liked the pinks and the ivories, and I kind of figured you were more the shabby kind of person, so I decided just to do the pink one for you, which took me all day, by the way, because I don't know, I just kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. So that one's for you, Archie, and it's going to be on the way. I hope that you like it. I put a lot of love into it, and I think it's really pretty, and the touch of the shells is, you know, pretty to me. But I did make another one, and I'm going to show it to you. You guys can comment on it. I didn't particularly like it. It's blue. It's got some blue colors in it. I did the twine on the back. I did a big white doily. You can see the white doily in the background. Oops. There is paper that I have sort of folded, and I dyed it with food coloring blue. I didn't have any other food coloring, and you know, it kind of ran a little bit, but it's okay. It still looks nice. And then of course some eyelet trim, and then some, you know, white lace, and then of course some blue netting. I dyed all the feathers blue, and then there's a couple of layers of white trim lace, and then I've got 2 layers of twine that I've just done into a flower, and then of course I've made the shell with the auger shells, and then a piece of coral on top, and a stick pin that kind of goes through the coral, and a beautiful glass bead, you know, as the topper. Now, I like it, and I had a friend come over earlier today, and she loves it. She says, oh, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. But I guess I'm not used to doing blue. I'm not used to doing a lot in blue. I mean, my colors are just, you know, like you, Archie, I like the pinks and the whites, the ivories, the shabby chics colors. But I think it kind of came out pretty, and then I put a stick pin in the top here. It did come out, and this was the first contender for your challenge. You can let me know if you do like it. Maybe you would like me to send this one better, but I actually did 2, and this is the one that I just think came out so beautiful. So I hope you enjoy. Please leave a comment. Go over to What Are Memories channel. Subscribe to her if you haven't. She's got 1,000 subbies. She's very, very excited. and she's having a challenge, the Archie's Mixed Media Flower Challenge. So go over to her channel and participate. Thanks so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.